Science. You may look around and see some new digs. We had to move a little bit. And you may also see that Mr. Skumas is a little hobbled. I was flying my plane the other day and I hurt my knee. Flying your plane, you say? Yes, I was. And that's what it's all about today. We are going to show you some good stuff with flying a plane. So welcome, Dr. Kristoff. Bones.
Hi.
Henrietta hasn't made the trip yet.
Henrietta's here. Let me go.
She is? Where? I think she got stuck in our last room.
No,
and look what else we have. We have some third grade friends here to help us fly some planes. So.
We made it. We're all together.
Oh, there we go. All right. So you may think, oh yeah, I've fly planes before. I mean, you make a paper airplane, you know, how are you going to hurt your knee doing that? But if you fly it so far, you run after it, you might hurt. No, I hurt my knee in hockey. But we're here to talk about planes. There she is.
There is a science with airplanes. And we're going to teach you all the things to think about. We're going to teach you how to make, well, I'm not teaching you. Mr. Science Guy isn't teaching you. Somebody from our audience will teach you.
Sweet. And we have all kinds of fun words for you today.
So the science of paper airplanes has to do with aerodynamics. Can you say aerodynamics?
Aerodynamics!
Aerodynamics, it has, what's the word at the beginning? Aero sounds like...
Arrow sounds like...
What does it make you think of? Aero. Air, like an airplane.
An arrow.
Or an arrow, like an airplane, like aerodynamics. Because it has to do with something going in the air. So, we're going to start making our paper airplanes. And we're going to teach you about why they fly, why they might not fly, why they would go far, why they wouldn't. So,
look at our engineers hard at work.
if you are at home, you're going to need some paper. Today might be the easiest, second easiest. It was pretty easy to get water at home, but it might be easier just to get paper.
And you can use a bigger piece, a smaller piece, several pieces. You can have all different kinds. And that's the fun thing about paper airplanes is you can make all different kinds. If you get more advanced, you can learn to cut out some shapes and some things like that. You can use rubber bands. You can use all kinds of things to do it. Also, great science projects. Make different size planes the same way. Fly them, measure how far they fly. Or use different kind of, I'm going to give a little bit of force. I'm going to give a lot of force. I'm going to give a whole lot of force. See what happens that way. So there's a lot of different ways you could do this.
The kind of paper you use, like some paper is textured, like construction paper, thickness of paper. If you go to Staples, I think there's like a whole bunch of different. You can get paper based on its weight.
You get real thin. You could get construction paper that's heavy. It's really hard to make it out of cardboard. You know, that kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of different, and you can use different places to fly them too.
Or the size of your paper, if you use like a full 8.5 by 11. Or maybe a paper airplane would go further if it's a smaller piece of paper or a bigger piece of paper. So those are all things that you could consider in your science project. Now, I think that we should make a paper airplane together first. So if you're watching, make sure that you're looking up your, or actually you're getting your paper right now.
What kind of plane are you making? A round one?
Oh, we got some good ideas up our sleeves.
Wow.
And we're only going to teach you maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 different kind of paper airplanes, but we encourage you to look up more when you're at home.
In all my years of making paper airplanes, I've never made a round one. I've heard about them.
I did.
Well,
You guys have?
today might be the day.
Yes. No,
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Not including this
So
one.
does somebody want to show us? Oh man, I was so close. I just ruined it. How you would make a one paper airplane? You guys want to try?
Yeah. I want to.
You want to teach us how?
Yes.
You can explain to YouTube how to do it?
You can take your mask off, stand up. You can leave it on.
No, okay,
Stand up
Treon,
and
you want to
talk.
explain?
Who wants to go first? Mr. Ellis, Mr.
Let me
Stumis?
get, let me get a
Yeah, you can do it together.
chair.
Which one do you think we should do? The jet plane or a trick plane?
The
Let's
simple
do
one.
the jet plane first.
Okay.
Less folds first. The one with the least amount of folds first.
So, here, wait. Guys, we can't not show them. I'm gonna show them how to make it.
Okay?
So watch. So watch.
Mr. Ellis, you can do the round one. You get ready for the round one while Treon makes the. Alright, Treon, you're doing the fold.
Fold it in half.
Okay?
Unfold.
So go slow first. So people that are watching, they want
Long
to.
ways.
Can we see zoomed in?
Yeah, we're there.
Then unfold it and fold it that way.
Okay?
Hello to somebody that signed on. We see you.
Both sides. And
Very
then
good.
fold it again.
Alright?
Both
You're
sides,
folding it towards the middle,
both
towards
sides,
that center crease.
and then fold it again.
So I'm actually going to say, so one of the things, I have this handy dandy tool. It's my paper airplane tool. The number one trick of all the tricks with paper airplanes, the number one trick is you want to make sure the creases are exact. Like you want to make
Precise.
sure they're precise, they're tight. So if you have, you could get your grown-ups credit card maybe, or the side of like a bottle cap, really anything sharp. And then when you fold it in, you can make sure those creases, like go over it, are nice and really tight and straight. Like you can, yeah, just like that.
Or you
And
can
I will-
use a desk like this.
Or you could go across a desk like a
I will
cool
tell you
pen.
this too, we are working fast here, but if you're at home and you can take your time and do some nice folds, you could use your thumb, you can do it well.
And then,
Well-
so see this? We folded it 3 times towards the middle. Now, fold it straight up. So then you can unfold that. And you'll get a paper airplane.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow.
Alright,
So-
well we're gonna ask you, Bryce, you wanna go first, go behind the desk? Bryce, you're gonna do a round one? You wanna show us how you make the round one? Who else did a round one?
So, okay.
You need to take it.
You want to
So-
Like this.
Caleb and Bryce, you wanna talk about how you made the round one?
come on, if you guys want to step over?
What do you do? Caleb, what do you do with the round
Then
one?
we'll
How'd
talk
you do it?
about. Come on.
So, wait.
You don't have to undo it. You could have just told us how you do it.
So
Okay.
you would
I don't know.
fold this part of the paper and then you would fold it again and then you would like kind of make a
Oh, you
circle
folded a couple. Okay.
and then there would be some lines right here and then you can just connect it to the end and then
So you
Sweet.
kind of want to go against, yeah, like Bryce said, you kind of want to go
All right,
against.
boys, hold them. Hold them. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna be one at a time. You're gonna fly them.
And you could even fold it one more time. And again, you want it kind of to be straight because we're going to teach you some words. Mr. Science Man. So after you,
Tell us about drag. What does drag mean? Anybody?
well, there are
So
some.
it's kind of like friction.
Kind of like friction in the air. That's not a bad way to say it.
And then you're going to,
Okay, it pulls against the plane. Everybody hold their planes though. Go behind the desk over there to fly and get ready, but don't fly them yet.
don't fly it yet. Okay,
So if drag pulls against, what does thrust do?
okay,
Anybody?
Thrust makes it go
So-
far.
Go ahead, Miss Kristoff.
on a paper airplane, on the sides, that's called a wing. So that's one part of the airplane is a wing, and that helps it get lift, which means it goes up in the air. And think,
Is that why planes have wings?
and you know what else?
Birds have wings.
Birds. Please don't play with this. This is not a toy. Okay. Thank you. We are going. I forget. So the airplanes, like monarch butterflies, have big wings. So the monarch butterflies like glide through the air. Whereas fighter jets, they have small wings and they just like thrust through the air super fast.
I like it.
Super direct. Let me get my audience. Mr. Skumas, you can come around and you can talk a little bit about all those forces that have.
All right.
Come on. This is ours.
Let's get ready to fly. Bones, how you doing over there? I'm pretty good. You ready for them to fly? I am ready for them to fly. Boys, once you're done, we're gonna see how far it goes. Let's have Brandon go first. Brandon, wait, or not. Woo! All right, Brandon. Who's next? Go ahead, Mr. Ellis. Fly it up. Oh, he's got a unique one going. Whoa!
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Bryce. Whoa!
Got unfolded.
All right.
That's Miss Crystal's.
Who's next? Go ahead.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All the way over here.
We have our winner so far. Triol, go ahead.
Woo!
Whoa!
To
We
the
hit the
end of
wall.
game.
All right. Go ahead. Caleb's up.
Oh, it had a twist. That one did a loop-de-loop.
All right, boys, and now the big thing about design is you get a second chance. So everybody get their plane, try to put something together while Miss Kristoff and I talk for a second, but you got to be quiet over there and put it together. We'll give
Stay
you a
right
second
here on
chance.
the blue carpet.
I'm making a new paper.
So if you're at home, what you might want to do is get a tape measure or a ruler, or if you're not doing precise, you could just step it out and you could you can measure your feet, see how far they're going. And what we want to do is see who's going the furthest and how it's getting there, and we want to measure it up from there.
So the wing design, like I said, there's like a butterfly. Some paper airplanes have really wide wings. Some you can add extra folds. And the more folds you add, that changes the center of gravity.
Oh,
Does that
center of
sound
gravity.
familiar?
Center of gravity. We remember the whole things and the nails and the nail and everything we did. That's how we did it.
Usually the center of gravity is like in the center of the paper airplane. But if you make it weigh a little bit more, you could put a paper clip.
So that is a great thing to do.
And
you can
or-
put different weights in different places.
Different size paper clips, and see if adding a little bit of weight, like a paper clip or 2 or 3 or 4, would change. That changes the center of gravity, and I'm glad we all know what center of gravity is now, because you've been following along with us. And then when you change the center of gravity, it can change those aerodynamics, so how it travels through the air. And so when a paper airplane travels, Mr. Skumas, what are the 4 things that act on the paper airplane?
Well, we just talked about drag.
Drag
Thrust.
goes when,
Drag is going to push
yes,
against
going
it.
against it.
Oh. But thrust is going to push forward on it.
Thrust goes forward, drag.
What's the thing that always pulls things down?
What's it called, guys? What pulls everything on the earth down?
Gravity. Gravity pulls it down. And
Then something
so the opposite of gravity is a real easy word. It's called lift. And it just
that
picks
makes
it up.
it go up.
So lift picks it up.
So there's 4 forces acting on a paper airplane at all times. Lift makes it want to go up. Gravity pulls it down. Thrust, which comes from our hands, are pushing.
Or if you're thinking about
it
a jet, it comes from the fuel. Yes.
And drag is the air, the air molecules pushing against that paper airplane.
True story.
Pew!
What
So-
I'm doing here is I'm going to make a tiny one.
Yeah.
And I think my tiny one's going to work. We'll see what happens.
So that's part of the experiment. As you can see, does size matter?
We're going to see.
Could be smaller paper, maybe a big, gigantic piece of paper. Would that go further? You could play around with the textures. There's so many fun things.
All right, Mr. Kristoff, you go fly yours first. She'll be first. Boys, get ready.
Alright, where's the
are you gonna try? Paper clip.
I need 2 paper clips. No, Bryce doesn't.
Well, I did have some. I brought some. I think. Here's a couple. All right. Here's a couple. All right, line up, everybody.
Gonna win.
Oh, you guys.
Okay, let's see what happens. Miss Kristoff, you're go. Treon, you're going first. Go ahead.
Winner goes first.
Oh, Treon lost a little bit off his.
Interference.
You still get your first one though, so you still are the leader. Who's going next? Go ahead. Don't hit Miss Kristoff in the head.
Oh. Yeah. I should-
Go ahead. Whoa.
Me.
Go ahead. Oh, you know what? You get credit for the first loop though. That was nice. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Up.
Got 2 more. Go ahead.
Straight.
Woo!
Up, don't go down.
Go ahead, Caleb. You're last.
No, I gotta go. I'm.
And I got to go too, but Caleb, go ahead.
Woo!
Whoa!
He
That
got
was-
a good glide.
That
on
was a pretty
one.
good glide.
All right, here I go.
Go ahead, Miss Kristoff.
Right,
Uh-oh.
that's another thing. It could be the technique, like how you throw it.
Harder isn't
All right, let's see. Oh!
Wow. All right, Miss Kristoff. I'm
Now
going.
your turn.
Okay, guys, you watch it because this is tiny.
You're gonna lose. Tiny
Treon says I'm losing.
up low on it.
Really to your
Okay.
Really to your own
What the? That was supposed to go like that.
I blew
But
on
what
it.
happened? Treon blew on it, blew it out of the way. But keep trying at home because you can get better. You can do a lot more with it, and you can have a lot of fun with paper airplanes.
We'll turn this around. I think. See, and it's a so much
Oh,
fun.
Caleb's is getting better.
We
You
want
can-
to see. Oh, we want to see your paper airplanes. Send them in. And how much fun is this? Science. Whoa. We better sign off before
Boys.
a paper airplane hits me in the head.
How much fun is this? Science what? What's Miss Kristoff going to say?
Always think like a
Scientist! Yay!
I'm connecting like another airplane.
Thanks for tuning
The
in.
double one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, boys. Anybody see my little one?
Yay.
I got it.
Hey.
Yo, guys, that's mine.